Alright. Hello everyone. Welcome back to some more Planescape Torment. Let's get back into it. Alright, we've got actually a very little left to do here, I think. Q maybe? Oh. No, it's a quick save. Oh! I didn't know that was a thing. Alright. That's options. L doesn't do anything. G? Nope. Is there a... Oh, journal. Maybe J. Ah. Find the source of Ferret's body is never gonna happen now. Find a pro key to Ravel's maze, working on there. And find the night hag, which is technically part of the find Ravel's maze, is also find Ravel in the maze. Okay, so we're actually technically done with quests, but we need to try and find a way into the maze, to which we do have some things we need to do here. Yes, the curiosity shop. Hello, officers. Hello, sirs and madams. Onward. Technically, our last two members of the group are actually floating when they move. Hello, ma'am. Well, fall from grace. Whatever it is you call yourself now, truly a pleasure to see you here. What do I owe the honor of your visit? I thought that you rarely trafficked among our kind anymore. She glances you over a moment with a faint sneer. Or is your assignment here almost finished? Do not know what assignment you are referring to, Vrishka, though your presence here brings with it many questions. Last I heard, you were standard bearer of the Company of Virtue. How did you come to Sigil? My. She replies curtly, firing the question back like an arrow. By choice. And you? Where will your orders take you next? She suddenly turns to you. You see, little man. Veriska smiles as if savoring the words. The best temptress is the one that can make you buy into the illusion of being both promiscuous yet virtuous at the same time. A prostitute priestess, as it were. Miss Grace is among the greatest. She turns to fall from grace. Are you not? You would think that a score thousand years of slavery had left their scars, no? Fall from grace speaks with a coldness like you've never seen before. Air almost becomes ice as she directs this Versa with a gaze. That is enough. Very well. Though you are the ones who came into my emporium. She looks at you. Yes. She gives you a quick half brow. Welcome back. Here to buy something? Yes, I am. Exotic items. Fiend's tongue. You examine what appears to be the tongue floating in a jar of brine. Risha frowns at it. It's a fiend's tongue. Korgan's, I think, but who really knows? It's said that placed into the mouth of any living thing it will give the ability of speech, even if there is none before. I'm selling this oddity for only 66 coppers. Would you want it? I'll take it. Wise choice. Farewell. And out.
Done.
Let's get out of there, and then we can talk. Because that was a lot of something. I want to talk about our companions. Who in particular did you wish to discuss? Mort. Mort is most peculiar. I have seen a great deal in my life, but nothing quite like him. He behaves somewhat like a murmur. Granted, there's no denying he is knowledgeable, but he has a certain... She sniffs air and wrinkles her nose. Batronian smell about him. Batronian smell? Yes, but he's not, Beatsu. At least, of any variety I have encountered. The smell alone, however, makes me treat the skull with caution. What do you mean when you say Beatsu and, Bertrand? My apologies. Beator is one of outer planes, the home of a race of fiends called the Byatsu. They are evil creatures, yet they are organized and lawful in many of their behaviors. Some might call them devils. They believe in contracts and hierarchy. In many ways, they are like evil bureaucrats. What were you saying about the Beatorian smell? At least the variety I encountered. Have you seen about Murmur before? Murmurs are encyclopedias of knowledge. The owner may ask them questions, and if they possess the knowledge, they will inform the user what knows. And Mort is a murmur? I don't believe so. Mort lacks this silvery metal that murmurs customarily have, and he seems to have an attitude of his own. Such qualities are not present in conventional murmurs. Grace shrugs slightly. He may be one, but he is unlike any I've ever encountered. I don't believe he's a murmur either. Perhaps there is some test to verify this authenticity. I would not do one if you value him as a friend. If you do, then you must accept that he has what he has told you. See, I want to talk about somebody else. Anna. She's strong and capable, and she is quite passionate. I almost wish I had met her long ago, and asked her to come to the brothel. Perhaps things would have been different. Grace studies you for a moment. What do you think of her? Well, I think I could probably fall for her. You might wish to tell her so. I don't know. I seem to leave this wreckage wherever I go, with Deonara especially, and the lives of others I've touched. It might be best to leave well enough alone. To that I would say this: love may move the planes themselves when it is strong and true, and there is nothing truer in all of the experience than the truth about how one feels about another. Perhaps so. I want to talk about somebody else. Dakon. Dakon? Grace raises an eyebrow. He's almost uncommon for Gitsari. Gizarai. Really? In what way? Well, he obeys you. That alone would mark him a pariah among his people. His entire race were once slaves, and even the reminder of servitude to them is distasteful. Anything else? Dekon approaches everything with an ordinary fashion. Again, most curious for a Githari. They tend to be unpredictable. They follow their impulses rather than plan. Anything else? Seems almost pious. Gets Zerai and a steadfast ally. He is. I wanted to talk about something. He is. I wanted to talk about something else. Uh, Ignis. You would be right to travel with him no longer. He's insane, and he has proven capable of great acts of destruction. As I understand it, he was transformed into a conduit of to the elemental plane of fire. Such a transformation would have killed many mortals. Not only did he survive such a trial, but he thrived. He possesses tremendous power and would be forced into a confrontation, I would fear, for the chances of anyone who stood against him. I pray it doesn't come to that. If he's so powerful, then why doesn't he just attack us and everything he sees? Why does he even trouble with us? I do not know, but I do think it's because he likes our company. In fact, I think he considers all of us irrelevant except for you. I think it's because I was his teacher in the past. You were his teacher? Yes. One of my previous incarnations taught him the art, but don't think it was a kind lesson. I think in some dim way he still considers me his master. Papa Grace nods softly. That would explain a great deal. She studies your features for a moment. Did the realization trouble you? I feel some responsibility. I think the means by which I taught Ignis may have contributed to his madness, but I do not know for sure. Ignis burns within with such fires that Beator himself would be ashamed. He has become more than a sorcerer, more than a man. He has become a force. It cannot be but a wonder if that was part of his nature before he crossed paths with you. I do not know. I want to talk, have some other
Yes.
questions. I had some questions about our travels. You said you had a tale you wouldn't share with her. That's correct. Yours needs no more tales adding to her misery, and my tale would not serve her serve her search for truth. Would you tell me? It's a long tale and not as interesting as some would make it out to be. She sighs. It's intertwined in tales of war and slavery. It is not a pleasant tale. I would still hear it. Very well. No, my past is not a long one. At least my Tanari standards. I do not know if you are familiar with the Tanari, but we are a race of abyss, a staggered series of planes filled with chaos and evil hearts. I am a Tanari, a fiend, a succubus. I grew up upon the first plane of the abyss. My mother was a succubus herself, as I'm sure you are aware. Succubi tempt mortals to bring their souls to the abyss. My mother was among the finest, seducing countless mortal men to their eternal damnation. She now dwells in the abyss, selling her children into slavery. Your mother sold you into slavery? Yes, she sold me to Byatsu, the blood enemies of the Tanariri. I think she'd rather have expected that they would kill me. Despite her knowledge of other subjects, she knows little of their culture and the delight they take in tormenting others. How'd you escape? The Byatsu are a proud species. The thought of a Tanariri could best them at anything are in, intolerable to them, so I challenged one of the proudest of the pit fiends into a contest of improvisation, and my Tanari nature afforded me the advantage, you see. The Tanariri are creatures of chaos, wild and unpredictable. The Vyatsu are more cunning and orderly hearts. They understand improvision, but they are not its best practitioners. And thus I won my freedom, and my path brought me to Sigil. I see. I had other questions. You ever heard of a night hag called Ravel? I'm familiar with the name. She pauses and thinks for a moment. Rumors cluster thickly about the name, and most tend to count her as a myth, but I suspect that she existed and that she made quite an impression in the cage during her stay here. She looks puzzled. Why do you ask? I intend to seek her out. Grace raises an eyebrow. Truly? I find myself compelled to ask why. I need information that she has. Is this information available from no one else? I suspect only Ravel possesses the knowledge I need.
Updated my journal.
Grace rests her hand slightly on your arm. Consider this. If Ravel does indeed exist, then she is extremely powerful and cunning. If a fraction of the stories of her activities are true, then she is a creature that has discovered new meanings of evil. To search for her is not a quest to be undertaken lightly. I realize that. Well, I have never met a myth. This should be quite the outing, she smiles. Don't you ever try anything boring? I try not to. Do you know anything else about Ravel? Might do that in another incarnation, but not now. Try not to. Do you know anything else about her? She is said to be one of the hags of the Grey Waste, and that she is believed to possess powers and a cunning far beyond those of her sisters. She came to Sigil long ago, and in addition to the evils she committed during her stay, rumor has it that her actions threatened the cage itself. Now she primarily exists only as fiction, a figure in children's stories. Grace pauses. I imagine the Lady of Pain dealt with her as all threats to Sigil are dealt with. Get mazed. What is the Grey Waste?
Updated my journal.
Blighted plain that lies effectively between Beator and the Abyss. It is frequently a battleground in the Blood War. Enough about Ravel. What's the Blood War? The Blood War is the conflict that rages across the lower plains between Byatsu and the Tanariri. They fight over whatever evil should be lawful or chaotic. Fall from Grace pauses. It is a war best avoided at all costs. Let the Tanariri and the Byatsu butt heads and leave the rest of the plains at peace, or at least in relative peace. Relative peace? Well, the war is so large that most races get caught up in it against their wills. Ignoring it often provides just as dangerous as participating in it. Do they use human troops? On occasion, yes. There are a number of human mercenaries and that participate in the Blood War. They serve either as soldiers, fodder for cannons, or food for the fiends. How long has this been going on? According to the Chronicles, the Blood War has been fought ever since Byatsu met the Tanariri a very long time ago. I'm not certain there's a human term that encapsulates the time between then and now. Fall from Grace shakes her head. I'm afraid that neither the Byatsu nor the Tanariri have ever really taken to the other. Did you serve in it? No, my mother did. Succubi generally tempt mortals to bring their spirits to the abyss to create mortinari to die in the blood war. That's another question's not about the blood war. Never mind, let's get moving.
Aye? What is it you want then?
Nothing, I was checking to see if you're still with me. Nothing. Go! We have a tongue to turn in. So long last, someone may actually speak.
I'm gone.
Actually, I want to see if I was, have some questions. Never mind, nothing else new there. Was she in here maybe originally? Not seeing her right now. Oh, never mind. Ah, here we go. Greetings again. The woman nods and smiles briefly. The scent of her hair sweetly perfumes fills your nostrils. I have some questions. She nods. May I ask why you can't communicate? Does your voice cause someone's death or another tragedy? She pauses at this, opens her mouth, and then frowns. After a moment, she shakes her head. May I ask something else then? Is your name
Updated
Echo?
my journal.
Had some other questions. She nods. Okay. I'm confused as to why this isn't going where I needed to go. Let's check this out. Type Echo, you need to give her the new voice. You can find one for sale. It costs you shop in the clerk's ward, the fiend's tongue, and it'll cost you 66 coppers. However, when you give the tongue to Echo, she'll begin speaking in like a fiend, and it won't suit her. Well, it's... Let me do any of the above right now. Have some questions. Do you know anything about her eyes flashes, she smiles, she nods to you. What, you know of her?
Updated my journal.
Ask why you can't communicate. Actually, let me ask you something else. Yeah, I didn't think it would. When you give them Earth's keys, and you deliver the keys to Laura, complete the quest, and Laura will agree to answer any questions you might have when you need to talk to her. Okay. I need to talk to Diora. She is the pale one in a blue outfit, if I recall correctly. If she is not in here... Nope. And not in there. That's Vivian. Oh. Yep, Delora. Delora's face seems to brighten when she sees you. Greetings again. How may I serve you? Actually, I have some questions. Can you tell me about the silent
Updated
girl?
my journal.
Her name is Echo. Her voice, and in fact her very means of communication, was stolen and destroyed. Echo's words once wooed away the murmur of the Goldling Paramisha. Paramisha is in a jealous rage tore away Echo's voice and sealed it in a crystal vial and hurled it into the Megalodon's maw. Echo's voice is forever lost to her. Only another new voice would return her to the ability to communicate once more. I know this because I spoke to Paramisha's Paramir myself once. Another question. Never mind, farewell. Where'd she wander off to? She was here not more than a few moments ago. Maybe that was the little bit of info I needed? I don't know yet. Find her and find out. There she is. Have some questions. Ask me, can communicate. Was your voice
Updated
stolen?
my journal.
She nods vigorously, clasping her hands together and smiling at you. Do you know of any other way to get your voice back? Blah. She takes her head. She shakes her head, her face fraught with frustration. She suddenly looks at you pleadingly, as if expecting an answer. I swear I'll look for a way to return your voice. Look for something that would give you a voice then.
Updated my journal.
I've got a fiend's tongue for you. She raises his eyebrow, gives you a skeptical look. I'm told that should you place it in your mouth, you'll regain the ability to communicate. She nods and takes the bottle from you. She gingerly picks out the severed tongue and from the briny solution. After staring at it for a moment in disgust, places it into her mouth. Suddenly, her eyes widen and there's a burst of reddish light from between her lips. Are you alright? Echo opens her mouth and closes, then opens it once more and speaks. I can speak again. Oh, joy, I can. Damn thee, the darkest pits of sense-ridden worm, kneel before means supplication and sect. Yikes! Echo yelps and covers her mouth with both hands, her eyes widen with panic. Must be the fiend's tongue.
Updated my journal.
She slowly nods, hands away from her mouth, nodding. It seems I must devour thy frail shell and consign thy soul to the abyss for all eternity. Thou shalt serve in my metal thrall till the place grind to a halt. No, mine. She shuts her mouth again and begins to softly cry. I'll try to find a way to make the things right. Perhaps Barishka will have the answer, something else that can help you. All right. Help you give her a fiend song. It'll cost you 66 coppers. Or aren't you one at all? But you'll remember that after another item of interest at the curiosity shop, Deva's Tears, and Echo will give you a note. Okay. Diva's Tears, I think, might be how that's actually pronounced. Okay, need to go.
I'm gone.
Need to go look at the item, come back, and she'll give me money for it. Okay, she's actually not flying, but her wings do unfurl and flap behind her as we walk. Yes, I am. Exotic items. Check the front of the store.
Updated my
Tears.
journal.
Examine the small glass vial labeled Diva's Tears. These are collected from a diva that was captured during the Blood War skirmish. The fiends tormented and imprisoned the angel for eons before he at last escaped. Small ball holds the 12 tears he shed in that time. It was said that the touch will soothe the most savage anger, even that of a fiend's tongue. Those could be what Echo needs, but no thanks.
Done.
Farewell. We'll be back.
I'm gone.
So yes, we got the quest update. We need to go back to her. Whoosh.
Done.
I've found a way to help you. Diva's tears at the curiosity shop. They're expensive though.
Updated my journal.
Over 1,000 comments. Yes, this will be enough. I'll be back when I have the tears. Oh wait.
All right.
And Indigo. Yes, I am. Sack items. Front of the store. Diva's tears. A 1,000 common promissory note from the brothel. Gained 1 copper. Farewell.
All right. I'm gone.
I brought the Diva's tears. This should the curses, the tongue's cursing.
Updated my journal.
Should not smile and take the vial from you. Echo places a few sparkling blue drops onto her tongue. I believe the tears are working. Yes, they are. I can speak my own voice once more. How can I thank you? Echo squeezes your hand as she bows her head gratefully, her eyes welling up with tears of joy. It's a pleasure to help. Farewell. Echo waves pleasingly at you as you approach her. Greetings, sir. Hello, Echo. I had some questions. Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell? Echo nods, her lowers her voice. In fact, I do. Not only does she exist, she has children. She what?
Updated my journal.
One of them is here. At times, Kasai Cirrus, she is a child of Revels, though she is loath to accept the fact. Who would blame her? I've never gotten her to admit it, though I am sure it is true. Follow. Hey, follow. Hello. Thank you for watching. Sorry, I'm not seeing that very well over here. Let me talk about really quick so I can look at that. Curses and drat. Why does nothing want to show it properly? Well, sorry, but thank you for the follow. I assume someone in the chat. The Metagoras, I assume, or Commander Root. But anyways, thank you for following. Don't know why it hasn't shown up here. It should have. Oh well. Anyway. Assume it's one of you 3 in the chat, so thank you. Interesting. I had other questions. Never mind. Thank you. Ah. Journal.
The Metagoras. Have you completed Torment before?
Metagoras. No, actually, before doing this playthrough, the first I've gotten was maybe hitting the underground. That's been a while ago at this point. I'm trying to think how many episodes we're in technically at this point. Can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, this is definitely the first I've gotten into this game. J. Told me that has children, Kisai. Okay, for a reason my jumbled brain was thinking it was a different name. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it was her now. Kisai, are you Ravel's daughter? Kisai suddenly bares her teeth, her narrowing to slits, blazing crimson. But
The
where'd you hear such
Metagoras.
things?
Why are you checking solution so much XD?
Why am I checking solutions so much? Because the game doesn't always tell me what I need to do. I literally am lost sometimes. Even if I have the journal in front of me, it's like, okay, so the obvious solutions aren't working. What do you want me to do? Echo told me.
Updated my journal.
Ridiculous. I'd know if that wrinkled hag was my own mother. Now stop bothering me about it. Who was your mother then? I don't know, alright? My father raised me. I never knew her, but do I look like a night hag to you? Well, there's the skin, and the eyes, and maybe the teeth too. She glares at you, her eyes blazing. Perhaps we'll speak later, but I'm no longer in the mood. Farewell. Bye. See? Look what just happened. I don't know. You tell me. Trying to be forward and just trying to get through it so we can get done with this, but everyone just... Try again. Something I could do for you, I had some questions. Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell? No, nothing. Are you sure you seem suddenly upset? Are you Ravel's daughter by any chance? See, this is why I need to go check the walkthrough again. I'm trying other options, but the game is really not giving me much to work with. Why am I asking? What are you? do you do here? Student. How do I know all these things? Moving on. Can you tell me about this place? Never mind. It's not really giving me anything to go with here. No, that one. Learn more about parentage. You'll need to ask the other students. I encourage you to dig deeply, but a few of the others will mention that. Okay. I have to go walk around in circles and talk to others, essentially. Okay. Maybe save for last. Okay. Talk to you.
Updated my journal.
I too have heard such a rumor. To explain the red eyes and the unusual tone of her skin, I don't know if such gossip is true, however. Inquire of Juliet. She was once Cyrus's best friend until Juliet fell in love with Montauk. Okay, everybody basically just tells you that, essentially. Yes, I have. I've heard that's, it was Ravel's daughter, is that true?
Updated my journal.
I thought I have heard that name before. I don't know the truth of it, but I have heard such a rumor. Let me wish to ask, Kameski, the very same question. They are half-sisters, Dusty. Ah, are they? Interesting. Let me see, that's all I wish to know. Fairly well. Okay. Hello. Wait. Oh, Kim is who we're looking for. Oh, sorry, it's you again. Hi. Kim, hello. Yeah, it was her. It's you again. Can't get enough of me, huh? Got some questions. I've heard that you are, Kisai's half-sister. Is that true? Yes, I'm related to that chubby, mewing, hook-nosed daydreamer. Same father, different mothers. So? I was hoping if you could help me find out if Kisai is really Ravel's daughter.
Updated my journal.
Commissioner frowns at you. Normally I'd love to help you like this, but I've a feeling that upset that flirting, preening Doxy good and well. Tell her to ask our father. He's a powerful. Tell her to ask our father. He's a powerful Cambion, so she ought to be able to call him right then and there. That'll get your answer. Cambion? Yes, Cambion. She rolls her eyes. Didn't you hear me the first time? Yours all stopped up with the last of your brains running out of them. I'm asking what one is. My, you're clueless. She shakes her head. half-fiend, Burke. Sort of like you, but you're a half-dung. I think you'll smell it at any rate. Thank you and farewell. Uh-huh. Now where'd she run off to? That's not her, but we're going this way anyway. There she is. Zwoosh. I had some questions. I talked to Kim. She told me she's your half sister, and that Ravel's your mother. She says that you deny it, and in fact you may not know it, but that is true. She said you could call on your father, that he would be able to tell you.
Updated my journal.
She stares at you silently for a time. Give me a moment. She turns from you and begins to murmur softly in the air to shimmer around her slightly, and fills with a coppery smell like warm blood. Wait for it. Gasai remains turned away from you for a moment before finally coming to face you. I did not want to believe the wicked hag may have been my mother. I have lived long, I do not appear to age, and I have disturbing dreams sometimes, she shudders. But still, I don't wish to be the inheritor of evil she caused, nor to draw the lady's gaze as my mother did. Such evil things she did. I need you to give me a piece of yourself. Pardon? The portal key to Ravel's maze is a piece of her, and you are of her blood. It is close enough. You intend to seek her out? Her surprise quickly changes to expression of weariness. What do you need of me? Your blood, most likely, only a drop or two, I'm sure. She nods, but do you have some way to carry it? A piece of cloth, like a handkerchief or something? No, I don't. Look around. I'm sure there's one in the brothel somewhere. Bring it here, and I'll find all. When you find it, all right. I'll be sure to return when I have a handkerchief, though.
Updated my journal.
All right, we are going to search the place for useful items. Let's start with the banquet room with a creepy mage. I don't think we're going to be doing that quest, so we don't need that right now. I have some questions, Lewis. So long, Lewis. Just gonna keep coming in here and calling you out, Lewis. I have... never mind, actually, farewell. Let's just save to make sure we don't piss anybody off. Let's check the rooms that are actually uninhabited first, as well. Oh, there we go. That's all I need. Thank you. Stealing things is wrong, unless you need them to open the gate into another dimension. After we finally get this, we need to figure out where the bloody heck the gate is. Because if there's anything the game hasn't told me yet, is where that could be found. Ah. Yoink. Yes, I have that handkerchief.
Updated my journal.
Yes, so I've heard. She takes a handkerchief and pricks the tip of her finger on one of her fangs. After laying several drops to soak the cloth, she returns it to you. You're facing yourself with grave danger, you know. Even if the stories of my mother are greatly exaggerated, she's horribly powerful and completely evil. Good luck. Yes, so I've heard. Thanks and farewell. I would know. We've technically been a victim of her, supposedly. Not much I have learned. That's why we are seeking her
Alright.
out. Alright. Journal. A few drops of blood in a handkerchief, seeing how she's child Ravel that should satisfy the requirements for the portal key to Ravel's maze, a piece of Ravel. That the next stage of my journey should be the journey to the Civic Fest Hall, where someone may be able to tell me more about how possible Lothar believes stole my mortality from me. Well, if I was needed to go here, perhaps the gateway that we seek is also here.
Done.
In fact, I do wonder often about this thing. No, nothing? Alright. I'm gonna save her a little, check out the place really quick and see if anything pops up. If nothing does, we can always try to figure that out next time. We are about up for our time for today. Just wanted to see if we can find it before finding help before it climbs up. Oh, that's the mages practicing again. Sets me off every time. Nope. How about over in here?
Done.
Aye?
I'd succeeded. Hide failed. Oh.
Why not? Like a shadow I am. Let the shadows.
You can't just unlock it?
Alright.
Ready.
First of all, stealth mode.
Like a shadow I am.
Second of all, thieving skills.
Right.
Okay.
Got it.
I'm gone.
Oh, pardon us.
I'm here. Like a shadow I am. Let the shadows. Why not? Got it.
Alright.
Aye, what? Like a shadow I am. Why not?
Okay, nobody in here this time.
Shadow I am.
The Metagoras. Try to find the key to the room on East.
Shadow I am.
The Metagoras. Talk with receptionist.
Like
Right?
a shadow
Well,
I
from what I'm seeing, we might not need the key, but we'll see. Managed to get into here without any problems. Oh, containers are locked. Okay.
What you be wanting to know? Like a shadow I am. Like a shadow. Might as well.
Oh, interesting. Someone really wants us not to
All
get in
right.
there. Okay. Greetings, sir. She closes her ledger, stopping on what seems to be a random page, opening her eyes once more. Ah, here's your room key. She hands you a small key. The easternmost chamber's been waiting for quite some time for your return. Would you like to rest now, sir? Yes, that would be nice. Characters need a rest anyway. Rested for 8 hours and opened that door. Waiting for me. Was I being expected? Door's locked. Well, one way to fix that.
Might as well.
All right.
What do we got in here? Everybody back up. Scroll of fire and ice. And dodecahedron. Hello. What be ye? Heavy dodecahedron about the size of both your fists, balled together. Seems inexplicably familiar to you. Its texture is cold and smooth. Whatever this metal or stone, metal or stone, you cannot tell. A certain, almost intangible tension runs over the object, as if it were ready to spring into the air at any moment. That was use it to cast fire and ice. Put it into a spell book. A red sphere of fire and a blue sphere of ice
Just
shells.
crash. Row.
Hello. Sphere of ice shall shriek forth, quickly extract down the target.
Just crash. Ko UCB Mordechko. Just crash.
Alrighty.
Just crash. Sorry, you just crossed the line 3 times in a row. This spell summons 2 crystal spheres, 1 red, 1 blue. Strike at a specific target. Upon impact, the red sphere explodes into a fireball, 30-foot radius, and inflicts 3 to 18 points of fire damage. Blue sphere explodes, same effect. Okay. I know someone who likes fire, but not so much ice. So let's give it to him. Okay, deck, can you learn it? Copy spell. Nice. I haven't been checking his spellbook lately, actually. Do that really quick. Axe of Torment. Oh wow, it's a level 5 spell he can't use yet. Alright. Anything else of interest? Some healing items and other odds and ends, it would seem. That's a ton of spells.
Okay. And now I need to figure out what the dodecahedron does. Not what I was expecting to find here, but an interesting find nonetheless. I might have to look up some stuff on the side and figure out what this is all about. But I figure must have been a room that he must have had once in one of his previous incarnations, since they just literally give him the key. But that's going to have to be it for tonight. We are a little past our hour for today, so I will see you all again tomorrow for more Planescape. Thank you everybody for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and also check out the links below if you want to find the videos on YouTube and or BizShoot. And yeah, just check out those out, and I do other content a little bit now and again over there as well. But thanks again, and I'll see you all next time. Have a good night.